Hello, my dear friends. Today, I want to talk with you about something that might surprise you. It is about those small, humble fish we call sardines. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You have probably walked past those little cans in the grocery store hundreds of times without giving them a second thought. Maybe you have even wrinkled your nose at the idea of eating them. Trust me, I understand completely. But I am here today to share some wonderful news that could make a real difference in your health and well-being. You know, it is funny how certain foods get a bad reputation without really deserving it. Sardines are one of those misunderstood foods. Many of us grew up thinking they were something only our grandparents ate during hard times, or perhaps something exotic that belonged in fancy European restaurants. But the truth is, we have been overlooking one of nature's most remarkable nutritional treasures. And the best part is, they are sitting right there on your grocery store shelf, affordable and ready to help improve your health. Understanding what sardines really are. Let me start by explaining what sardines actually are, because I find that understanding our food helps us appreciate it better. Sardines are small, silvery fish that belong to the herring family. They got their interesting name from the beautiful island of Sardinia in Italy, where these little fish were once incredibly abundant. The Mediterranean people have been enjoying sardines for thousands of years, and they have always known something we are just beginning to fully appreciate. What makes sardines truly unique among the fish we eat is something that might sound unusual at first. When you eat sardines, you are eating the whole fish. Yes, that means the tiny, soft bones, the skin, and everything else. Now, before you feel uncomfortable about that idea, let me explain why this is actually wonderful news for your health. Those soft little bones are completely edible and barely noticeable. They dissolve on your tongue and provide incredible amounts of calcium that your body can easily absorb. The skin adds healthy fats and nutrients. Nothing is wasted, and everything contributes to your nutrition. Think about it this way. When we eat a piece of salmon or cod, we are only eating the muscle meat. We throw away the bones, the skin, and other parts that actually contain tremendous nutritional value. But with sardines, nature has given us a complete package in a convenient, small form. One standard can of sardines, which is about 3.5 ounces, contains approximately 160 calories, and an impressive 18 grams of high-quality protein. To put that in perspective, that is similar to eating a small chicken breast, but with so many more nutrients packed in. The remarkable nutritional profile. Now, let me share something that continues to amaze me about these little fish. In just one small can of sardines, you are getting more than 100% of your daily requirement for vitamin B12. This vitamin is crucial for maintaining your energy levels and keeping your nervous system healthy. As we get older, many of us have trouble absorbing enough B12 from our food, but sardines deliver it in a form our bodies can use easily. But that is just the beginning. Sardines are also rich in vitamin D, which many of us, especially those living in northern states, do not get enough of. They provide substantial amounts of calcium for our bones, iron for our blood, and those famous omega-3 fatty acids that everyone talks about for heart and brain health. When you look at all these nutrients together, sardines truly stand out as one of the most nutritionally dense foods available anywhere. Protecting against diabetes. Here is something that really caught my attention when I was researching this topic. In 2021, scientists conducted a fascinating study with 152 older adults who had prediabetes. Now, if you are not familiar with prediabetes, it is a condition where your blood sugar is higher than normal, but not quite high enough to be called diabetes yet. About 1 in 3 American adults has this condition, and many do not even know it. The researchers divided these folks into 2 groups. Both groups followed a healthy diet, but one group added something special to their meals. They ate sardines just twice a week. That is all, just 2 servings per week. After 1 year, the results were remarkable. The people who included sardines in their diet had a significantly lower risk of developing full-blown diabetes. Their good cholesterol levels improved, and their blood pressure decreased. What makes this so exciting is that it was not just one nutrient doing all the work. The protein in sardines helps keep blood sugar levels steady throughout the day. The omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation in the body, which is linked to diabetes development. The vitamin D may also play a protective role. All these nutrients work together like a well-coordinated team, providing protection that no single supplement could match. Supporting your heart health. Your heart works hard for you every single day, beating about 100,000 times daily. It deserves the best nutrition we can give it. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in America, affecting millions of us either directly or through our loved ones. This is why the discovery about sardines and heart health is so important. In 2023, researchers made an interesting comparison. They looked at people taking expensive fish oil supplements versus those eating whole sardines. What they found challenges what many of us have been told. While fish oil pills can be beneficial, eating whole sardines appears to provide superior heart protection. Why is this? Well, when you eat sardines, you are not just getting omega-3 fatty acids. You are also getting calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and zinc, all working together. Think of it like this. If your heart health were a garden, taking fish oil pills would be like watering it. But eating sardines would be like watering it, adding fertilizer, pulling weeds, and providing sunshine all at once. The combination of nutrients in sardines helps reduce inflammation throughout your body, supports healthy blood pressure, and keeps your arteries flexible and clear. Building and maintaining strong bones. As we age, maintaining strong bones becomes increasingly important. Many of us have been told to drink milk for calcium, and while dairy products are certainly beneficial, sardines offer something unique. When you eat sardines with their soft, edible bones, you are getting both calcium and vitamin D together in perfect harmony. This combination is crucial because vitamin D acts like a key that unlocks your body's ability to use calcium. Without adequate vitamin D, your body can only absorb about 10 to 15% of the calcium you consume. But with sufficient vitamin D, that absorption rate jumps to 30 to 40% or even higher. It is like getting 3 times more value from the same amount of calcium. One can of sardines provides approximately 30% of your daily calcium needs, along with significant vitamin D. For those of us who are lactose intolerant or simply do not enjoy dairy products, sardines offer an excellent alternative for bone health. A 2022 study confirmed that insufficient calcium and vitamin D intake can lead to weakened bones and slower healing of fractures, making sardines even more valuable as we age. Nourishing your brain. Our brains need proper nutrition to function at their best, especially as we get older. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines, specifically EPA and DHA, are like premium fuel for your brain cells. These special fats make up a significant portion of your brain tissue and are essential for maintaining cognitive function. In 2018, scientists reviewed 25 different studies examining the relationship between omega-3 fatty acids and brain function. They discovered that people who maintained adequate levels of EPA and DHA performed better on cognitive tests. Children showed improvements in reading ability and attention span, while older adults maintained sharper mental faculties as they aged. What is particularly interesting is that getting these nutrients from whole foods like sardines appears to be more effective than taking isolated supplements. Most Americans do not consume enough omega-3 fatty acids in their regular diet, missing out on these brain-protecting benefits. And here is a practical point that matters. A can of sardines typically costs much less than a bottle of high-quality omega-3 supplements, making brain health more accessible to everyone. Addressing mercury concerns. I know many of you might be concerned about mercury in fish, and that is a very valid concern. Large predatory fish like tuna, swordfish, and shark can accumulate significant amounts of mercury because they live longer and eat many smaller fish throughout their lives. Mercury builds up in their tissues over time, potentially reaching levels that could be harmful. Sardines, however, are at the opposite end of the spectrum. These small fish have short lifespans and feed on tiny organisms like plankton at the bottom of the food chain. They simply do not live long enough or eat enough other fish to accumulate meaningful amounts of mercury. Think of it this way. If mercury were dust, sardines would be like a house that gets cleaned every day, while large predatory fish would be like a house that has not been dusted in years. The Food and Drug Administration and Environmental Protection Agency both list sardines among the best choices for fish consumption, even for pregnant women and young children. This safety profile means you can enjoy sardines regularly without the worries associated with larger fish species. Environmental sustainability. Something else that might interest you is how environmentally friendly sardines are. These small fish reproduce quickly and in large numbers. They do not require the resources that larger fish need to grow. Sardine fishing also has minimal bycatch, meaning fewer other marine animals are accidentally caught and harmed in the process. When you choose sardines, you are making a choice that supports ocean health for future generations. Practical ways to enjoy sardines. Now, I understand that trying new foods can feel daunting, especially if you have never eaten sardines before or had a bad experience with them in the past. Let me share some gentle ways to introduce sardines into your diet that many people find enjoyable. Start simple. Try placing a few sardines on whole grain toast with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice and a sprinkle of black pepper. The lemon brightens the flavor beautifully. You can also mash sardines with a fork, mix them with a little olive oil and herbs, and use this as a spread for crackers. It makes a delightful afternoon snack. For those who enjoy pasta, try adding sardines to your favorite pasta dish along with garlic, olive oil, and fresh parsley. The other flavors complement the sardines wonderfully and help mellow any fishiness you might be concerned about. If the flavor seems too strong at first, look for sardines packed in tomato sauce. These tend to be milder and more familiar tasting. Shopping and storage tips. When shopping for sardines, here are some helpful things to keep in mind. First, check the sodium content. Some brands pack their sardines with quite a bit of salt. If you need to watch your sodium intake for blood pressure or other health reasons, look for low-sodium varieties or rinse the sardines gently before eating them. You will also notice sardines come packed in different liquids. Those in olive oil tend to have the richest flavor but contain more calories. Sardines in water have fewer calories but might not taste quite as satisfying. Sardines in tomato sauce offer a nice middle ground with added flavor and moderate calories. Choose based on your personal health goals and taste preferences. One important note for those with gout. Sardines contain compounds called purines that can trigger gout flares in susceptible individuals. If you have gout or a history of kidney stones, please consult with your doctor before adding sardines to your regular diet. After reviewing all the scientific evidence, it is clear that sardines deserve a place of honor in our diets. They provide exceptional amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, calcium, high-quality protein, and numerous other nutrients that support heart health, bone strength, brain function, and may even help prevent diabetes. What makes sardines even more remarkable is their affordability. When you calculate the cost per gram of protein or per serving of omega-3 fatty acids, sardines consistently rank among the most economical sources of premium nutrition available. They cost far less than most dietary supplements while providing superior, whole food nutrition. Are sardines a miracle cure for all health problems? Of course not. No single food can claim that distinction. However, they come remarkably close to being an ideal combination of nutritious, affordable, convenient, and environmentally sustainable. The primary barrier to sardine consumption is not their taste or texture, but simply our unfamiliarity with them. Remember, dear friends, that taking care of our health does not always require expensive supplements or complicated diet plans. Sometimes, the simplest solutions, like adding a can of sardines to our weekly grocery list, can make a meaningful difference in how we feel and function. I encourage you to approach sardines with an open mind and a spirit of adventure. Start slowly, perhaps trying them once a week prepared in a way that appeals to you. Many people who initially felt hesitant about sardines have discovered they actually enjoy them once they find their preferred preparation method. Your body has carried you through all these years of life. It deserves the best nutrition you can provide. Sardines offer a simple, affordable way to nourish yourself with some of nature's most valuable nutrients. Next time you are at the grocery store, consider picking up a can or two. Your heart, bones, brain, and overall health will thank you for this small but significant step toward better nutrition. Thank you for taking the time to learn about sardines with me today. Remember, good health often comes in small packages, and sardines are living proof of that wisdom. Take care of yourselves, and may you enjoy many years of vibrant health ahead.